You don't just walk into a room. You scan it. Not obviously, not nervously, but quietly, calculated, controlled. You notice who's watching, who's judging, who matters, and more importantly, how you must present yourself to maintain control. Because somewhere along the way, you learned a dangerous truth. Power belongs to those who reveal the least. So, you mastered it. You trained your face not to flinch, your voice not to tremble, your thoughts not to wander into chaos. You became disciplined, strategic, untouchable. And people noticed. They called you composed, mature, different. They admired your silence, your restraint, your ability to never lose control. But what they didn't see was the cost. Because the same control that built your strength is now suffocating your soul. You don't react anymore, but you also don't feel fully. You don't lose control, but you've also lost spontaneity. You don't get hurt easily, but you've built walls so high, nothing real gets in either. This is the paradox of the modern king. You wanted power, but you ended up in a prison made of your own discipline. And the question is no longer, how do I control everything? The real question is, who are you without the control? 2. Definition and psychological authority. Deep dive. To understand this, we need to step deeper, because what you call self-control is often something far more complex. It's something psychology calls hypervigilance. Hypervigilance is not confidence, it's not strength. It's a nervous system trained to constantly scan for threats, social, emotional, psychological. It's the mind saying, stay sharp or you'll lose everything. And this didn't come from nowhere. At some point, you learned that being open, being expressive, being vulnerable was dangerous. So your brain adapted. Another concept comes into play here: emotional suppression. This is when your system learns to shut down feelings before they even fully form. Not because you're strong, but because feeling too much once cost you something: respect, belonging, safety. So now you don't feel deeply in public. You don't express too much. You don't reveal weakness. You operate like a strategist. But underneath all of this, there's something even deeper. A pattern known as identity overcompensation. This is when you build a version of yourself, controlled, powerful, disciplined, not just because you want to, but because you need to. Because without it, you fear you are nothing. Think about that. Your king energy, your calm dominance, your calculated presence might not be your true nature. It might be armor. And armor is useful in battle. But if you never take it off, you forget what it feels like to be human. 3. The emotional cost and philosophical weight, the core of the pain. Here's the truth no one talks about. Control is lonely. Not the visible kind of loneliness, but the silent one. The kind where you're surrounded by people, but no one truly knows you, because you never let them. You became the observer, but never the participant, the strong one, but never the supported one, the calm one, but never the comforted one. This is the hidden grief of control. You sacrificed authenticity for respect. You sacrificed expression for stability. You sacrificed vulnerability for power. And the tragedy is, it worked. It made you stronger, smarter, sharper. But it also created a life where everything is calculated, even your emotions. There's a concept often explored in philosophy, the idea that to be powerful is to be detached. But what they don't tell you is this: detachment without awareness becomes disconnection. And disconnection slowly turns into emptiness. Because humans are not meant to just control life, they are meant to experience it, to feel it, to be moved by it. But your deepest fear isn't failure, it's not rejection, it's losing control. Because control is the only thing that ever made you feel safe. so you hold on to it, even when it's costing you everything real. 4. Adult manifestation and the unlearning. Extensive examples. This is where it becomes visible, because these patterns don't stay hidden. They show up in your life in ways you might not even realize. You might, 1. Struggle with emotional intimacy. You keep relationships surface level. You listen more than you share, not because you don't care, but because letting someone in feels like losing power. 2. Overthink every interaction. After conversations, you replay everything, what you said, how you said it, what they might think, because control doesn't end when the moment does. 3. Feel uncomfortable with vulnerability, even with people you trust. Saying, "I'm not okay," feels unnatural, almost dangerous. 4. Tie your self-worth to discipline and control. If you slip, if you show weakness, if you lose composure, you feel like you failed as a person. 5. Avoid situations where you can't control outcomes. Spontaneity feels risky, emotional conversations feel unpredictable, so you avoid them.